Alright everybody, so I'm back and let's continue from here on. And right now the main focus is gonna be the authentication part using passport, and I hope it will be done very soon. Mainly it should be done using email and password. Then remaining things I will be just taking care of very soon. So let's just simply focus on that really quick and get it done. So I have to mainly start from here. So in this particular section I'm gonna simply checking. So first of all, once I'm inside this, so I got my email and I got my password. So I have to check whether the user actually exists or not. So first of all, const this is actually gonna be check result or something, and it's gonna be await. Again, the function that I have, that function needs to be async over here. So let's make it async function so that I can actually await that. So await client.query, and the query is gonna be what, select everything from users where I have the email, right, where email is gonna be equals to $1, just like this. And I hope this is the right way to just simply find that. So where the email, where the email is gonna be $1, yeah, that is right. So just like this, and the $1 will be replaced with this particular email only. So it is actually going to be like this. So once I got my result, after that I will be getting the user and all. I will be getting the user in the sense const user will be equals to check result dot rows and 0th index. I got my user. Then I'll check if a user actually exists or not. If user does not exist, in that case I will just simply first of all clg user doesn't exist, just like, but this will be triggered. Do I need to check the user right now? And okay, yeah, I do need to check the user, that is right. So if user does not exist, in that case cv, that callback that actually got, first of all it will be getting the error. So error is gonna be null first of all, and the user is gonna be false, just like this. First of all, let's even check this thing out, whether is this the same way I'm actually doing it or not. So over here, first of all, result.rows.length, if it is greater than otherwise return db user not found. So ultimately I can just simply even return this. Okay, this is my way, so that doesn't really matter whether how they have done over here. I can go anyway the way I want, right? And if there's any error, so I will be catching the error as well. So that's fine. This is how I'm just gonna be going ahead from here. So I'm first of all checking the result once I got the user, and then I'm checking whether the user exists or not. I can simply say that if there is no user, so I can say user not found. After that, once this particular thing is done, once I checked the user, and first of all let's do one thing, let's keep everything all this thing inside a try catch block, just like this. And if there's any error, so in that case cv and callback, and that's gonna be error only. I will be just simply returning the error from here. So just like this, error is gonna be error. Okay, and if the user does not exist, then I'm actually returning an error called user not found. Otherwise, what will I do? Otherwise if the user does exist, in that case I will be checking the user's password and then continue. That's fine. So const result is gonna be equals to await the client that I actually have the query. But not only that, this is how it's not gonna be going ahead actually, because I have already got the user. Because if the user does not exist, then this is gonna run. That means I already have the user. That means user has the password. I will be using bcrypt over here. So bcrypt dot compare, and once I'm comparing, I need my data in the sense the current password, that is the password itself, just like this. And then encrypted in the sense encrypted password that I need to have. And encrypted password is going to be what? Encrypted password is gonna be user dot password, just like this, not passport, rather password. So I've got encrypted password. After that I will be getting a function over here, callback kind of. It will have error, and it will have the same kind of valid or not, just like this. Or I can even give it same or not. Same in the sense it will just simply say whether the passwords are same or not, just like this. And once this thing is done, then if there's any error, in that case what will I be doing? If there's any error, I will be just simply returning the callback. So let's do one thing. I will be returning the callback right this, and I will just simply be giving this error. Same thing I'm gonna be doing over here. Once I'm actually checking this, so I will mainly be returning the user like callback from here. So this is getting returned, the callback is getting returned, and I think in the documentation the same thing must be happening. So yeah, or everywhere I'm just simply returning the callback wherever it is needed. Interesting. That's great. By the way, let's have a look at that a little more. So first of all, I'm returning the callback over here. The second thing is that I'm returning the callback message incorrect username or password. So that is not an error, but incorrect username or password. User is gonna be false, but I will definitely be giving it some kind of message. And if there is any error, then I am just simply gonna be returning that particular error only. db.select username function error row. Once I got this is also away. Wow, amazing. So by the way, this can be done this way as well. Let's continue. If there's any error, I'm just simply returning the error. Apart from this particular thing, if I got the error, I'm simply returning the error from here as well. And once this thing is clear, and password is gonna be equals to the user password, and if that is same, that simply means if same, in that case what will I be doing? If that is actually same, and then I will be doing something, otherwise I will be doing something, right? If that is not same, then I will be returning my callback just like this, cb. And first of all, error is gonna be null, there is no error. As for user is gonna be false, and I can say message is going to be what? Message is going to be username, email or password, invalid email or password, just like this. And apart from this particular thing, if they are the same, then what will I be doing? If they are same, then I will be again returning a callback from here, cb, not db, just cb, just like this. And error is gonna be null right now, and the user is gonna be the user that I already have over here. And then there's gonna be some kind of callback. Is that so? I think no, not this much is enough for me. And that's the same thing I'm doing over here. I'm returning a null and I'm returning a row. And yeah, this is how things are actually getting done over here. Fine. So this is how it actually got done. First of all, I checked whether the user exists or not. If the user does not exist, user not found. And otherwise, if the user does exist, in that case I will be comparing the password. And once I'm comparing the password, I'm using decrypt over here. I'm not using await because this is the callback that I'm using. If I were not using any callback here, then I would have to use await because it does return a promise. If I click on decrypt right now, so function gets solved, decrypt. I wish I were using TypeScript, but okay, never mind. By the way, I can just simply continue from here on, and if there's any error, I will be returning from here as well. So this is how I'm just simply returning all the callbacks, and that is it. So this is the, I can even remove it. So passport.use local strategy, username field is gonna be email because I will be getting the email. So email and password, callback I have, and I'm just using that callback here and getting the things done. So ultimately this is overall is done, so I can just keep it. This is gonna be actually my strategy, just like this. So strategy is ready. Apart from this particular thing, I will be using passport.use just how do I serialize and deserialize the user. For serializing and deserializing the user, what do I need to do? Let's go to the establish session section, and over here this is how we get the things done. So passport.serialize user, I will be getting the user and I will be getting the callback. Then process.nextTick function, what is the use of this as well, by the way. Let's copy it and give it to the chat GPT. What is the use of this next tick? What is the use of this? Let's see what process.nextTick does. Process.nextTick schedules a callback to run at the end of the current operation before the event loop moves on to the next phase. So process.nextTick function callback this runs this callback soon but right now. Means run this callback soon but not right now. Wait until the current stack is clear. why passport uses a process next tick here. Consistency between async and async code. Read DB, query, do hashing, do input output, which are asynchronous. So even if the code is synchronous right now, just taking user ID passport ensures the callback always behaves asynchronously, so calling code doesn't break. Avoid blocking the call stack. If serialized user is called deep inside middleware, running the CB synchronously may cause the weird order of function bugs. Process.next lets serialization finish cleanly after request parsing, strategy execution, and session initialization. So first of all, what it actually means that look, this ultimately middleware will be running, this particular middleware I'm talking about this one, this will be running after the strategy runs. So because once the strategy will run, then you will get the user. Once you got the user, then you will be serializing the user and all. So this should run just after that, and process.next only makes sure that this runs when everything else is done. So that's fine. And then CB callback null because there is no error, and I will be just giving it a ID, username, and that's it. I'm gonna be giving it these two things, and that's it. When I'm deserializing the user, at that time I'm doing the same thing, returning the callback from here, and null is gonna be here and user is gonna be here. So that is how it's actually gonna be done. So without any further delay, let's continue. So passport dot serialize user, I will be getting what? There's actually gonna be a function. Once there is a function, inside this particular function I will be getting my user and I will be getting my callback. So it's gonna be just like this, user and done. That means the callback that I'm actually getting. Once I'm getting that particular callback, after that there is something called process.next tick, and what it does, adds a callback to the next tick queue. This queue is fully drained after the current operation on the JavaScript stack runs completion before the event loop is allowed to continue. It's possible to create an infinite loop if one were recursively called. Process.next tick. Oh, by the way, let's continue from here. They are using it, so am I. And this next tick will actually have a function just like this, and inside this I'll simply say that, bro, you have to return a callback from here, and that callback will have first of all, error is gonna be null. Second, in the section of ID, so it will have because ID will be user dot ID and email is going to be user dot email. I'm not gonna be actually serializing the password over here. Okay, after that I have to deserialize everything. So passport dot deserialize user. Again, I will get my user, I will get my callback, and once I have both of them, then I will be using process.next tick, and this is just gonna be a function just for using that. If I'm not wrong, that's the same thing happening over there as well. So that is just a function. That can be any type of function, doesn't really matter. And I can return my callback from here just like this, and CV, and once I'm actually returning them, either is gonna be null, and I'm going to deserialize the user and all. So this is how it simply gets done over here. Passport strategy is here, that's fine. A register route, I'm simply registering the user and logging the user at the same time. Once the user is logged in, I'm redirecting the user as well. I'm redirecting the user as well, and let's do this. Apart from this particular thing, as soon as user is registered, then I need to log in the user as well. So when it comes to login, so app.post/login, and a request response just like this. And when it comes to logging the user, so at that time I don't even make run this particular thing, because if I come here, so I will be using a passport.authenticate. I have to specify the strategy, that is the local strategy that I'm gonna be using, and apart from this particular thing, I will have my callback, and that is it. Inside this callback I will have something or the other. So let's even go through the documentation. And when it comes to the callback of the login page, so login prompt is gonna be here. I think I should be getting it. This is not here. Then verify password. Where am I actually logging in? So okay, login password, password.authenticate local. I will have okay, by the way, I don't really need to have a function, rather I need to have this success redirect and failure redirect. So let's do the same. I will not actually have a function in here, rather I will be having just an object. Inside this I will have success success is redirect is going to be slash secrets, just like this. And failure redirect is going to, not failure phrase, failure redirect, that's gonna be slash login, just like this. So even I've implemented this. Lastly, what I need to do, lastly I have to do two more things over here. First of all, app dot get slash secrets, so I will be getting all my secrets, request a response, but this is not over here, because when I'm actually getting the secrets, at that time I have to authenticate the user. So I have to check if request dot is authenticated or not. If request dot is authenticated, in that case what will I be doing? In that case, if the user is actually authenticated, I will redirect the user, or I can say I will even render. So response dot render, I don't even need to redirect. I will be rendering what? I will be rendering I'm on okay, so what will I be rendering? I will be rendering secrets dot ejs, just like this. Otherwise, if the user is not really authenticated, in that case response dot what will I be doing? I have to mainly redirect the user. So response dot redirect, I can even render directly over here, that should not be even problematic. So what am I gonna render? I'm gonna be rendering slash login dot ejs, as simple as that, because simple, user needs to be is authenticated. I mean, I can do the same if I'm not wrong. Let's go here, and where am I actually doing this? Authentication parts, right? So that's gonna be sign up. Inside this I have this much. Turns out log out, that's automatically being implemented, so I don't even need to worry about it. That's good, happy to know that. So wherever I'm going to slash secrets, this particular thing, at that time I'm rendering, then I'm redirecting. Ultimately both of them are the same thing, so I don't really need to worry about it. So secret is done. Lastly, I will have my logout app dot that's gonna be again guest request slash log out. I could have made that post, but right now this is get, so I will have to go with that. And then request dot log out, just like this. I have options over here, so let's again go through the documentation. The thing is that I don't remember anything at all. So if you actually I mean, why do I even need to remember? Request dot log out, I will have a function, I will get the error. If there is error, that's okay. I will be redirecting somewhere, otherwise I will be redirecting to this particular thing, and that's what I'm gonna be doing over here. So what I'm gonna do, first of all, one more thing, that's gonna be log out in small case. Okay, so log out, then I will be getting a function. Once I have the function, I will be getting the error, if there's any error. So I will check if there's any error. In that case, what do I have to do? I have to first of all return response dot redirect. I have to redirect where? I have to redirect the user to the, if there's any error, slash login page. Login page. Otherwise, what do I have to do? Otherwise, I have to just simply log out the user. Logging out the user in the sense, no way. If there's any error, in that case, what will you do? If there's any error, logging out, that's problematic. If there's any error, then next error, then I should have a function like a middleware for catching it, and then I'm just simply doing this. Okay, let's go with this one right now. Gonna be just simply doing this. If there's any error, I'm just simply forwarding that error. Otherwise, I'm simply redirecting the user to the home page. It is just like this. Almost everything is ready. Let's see whether it's actually working or not. Kind of, I've done it all. Let's see. I'm here. Reload the page. And first of all, I need to go to the home page. Just like this. Okay, from here I can actually register the user. From here I can enter the email, and I can enter the password. So PASSWORD password 1234, register the user. And let's see if the user is going to be registered or not. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen right now. Things user already exists. Okay, why does the user already exist? There are two users, they are already there. So delete from users, just like this. run it, and let's do that again. Bad. Okay, never mind, I can try it again. It turns out that it is not even running. Redirect is not defined. Redirect. Where am I using this? Index 84 number line. Interesting. Response.redirect. How about this right now? Will it start again? Reload the page, and let's try to register the user. This is gonna be here, Vipendra, and as for the password, PASSWORD1. Come on, PASSWORD1234. Register the user. Wait for a while. I hope the user is going to be registered. It is still telling me that the user already exists, mainly because the user got saved in the database, and then the second time it is telling me that user already exists, and that is right. So what can I do? After I'm logging in, where am I getting this user already exists? Let's even check this thing out. User already exists, so I'm getting it from here. If the user is already there, and this is the register, so register. So whenever I try to register, it should be at two places. Exists, I'm getting this particular message and simply returning from here, and I'm deleting everything from here, right? That means not delete, actually, just let's do one thing. Select from, not select everything from users, just like this. Run it. So I'm getting this, there are no users right now. If I actually just reload the page, and let's go here in the PG admin section. If I just reload it right now, user is not there, that is fine. If I just enter the user information right here like this one, and my password is gonna be password1234. If I click on register, and okay, now I'm here inside this, and Jaguar is my hero and all, and I can just simply log out from here, and I'm logged out. I can click on login. I can enter my ID. The ID was Vipendra only. This is gonna be like this. So this was my ID. By the way, this was in small letters like this, and I have to enter my password, PASSWORD1234. Login, and what is the problem? When I'm trying to log in, at that time I'm getting user. When I'm trying to log in, at that time I'm getting user already exists. This is insane. Login. So this is it. Login. First of all, this should be email, because I've changed the things. So whether I'm registering or whether I'm doing this, it should be like that: /login, post request, and index. This is where I'm actually logging in. /login, post request, password authenticate, local. It should be fine. Let's give it one more try and see what happens. And vipendra@gmail.com, PASSWORD1234. Login. Turns out 404 not found. Wow. I mean, no, not this one. User already exists. What is the problem? Let's run the server again, and in this particular section, if I just get everything, so I'm getting this particular email already here, right? Cancel. And if the user already exists, in that case I should be able to log in. That's right. Should not log in. That simply means that if I just enter my email over here, and then PASSWORD1234, login. Yeah, okay, it worked. Log out, register, new@gmail.com, PASSWORD, password, register. I'm registered. Okay, I can log out from here. I can log in with that particular new email, new@gmail.com, PASSWORD, enter. And great job, bro. I mean, buddy, we've done it. And right now we don't really have any problem as such. The thing is that all these things, first of all, for logging in all, I'm not using any, what can I say, first of all, I'm not using any middleware, I'm not using any JWT token. Everything is being handled by this passport library that I have imported over here, and right now I'm just using this passport local. Tomorrow the main focus is gonna be Google authentication. Again, that is easy, it's not like that is difficult. That is easy in the sense you don't really have to do much over there. You have to go through the documentation, you have to click on sign in with Google, you have to get the overall setup done. Once the setup is done, click on login prompt, and when it comes to login prompt, get the setup ready like this. Get a function response next / login. This will simply render the login page, and after that okay, you will have to create a button that will be sign in with Google. It will be just simply redirecting you to / login federate Google. Again, this is the path. You can just name it anything, login / Google, it's up to you. And once this path is defined, then you will be redirected to that particular path. So when you are there, so this is the path that I have created, and what I'm saying that passport.authenticate Google, this will be authenticated by the Google directly. Having said that, as soon as the request comes over here, a strategy gets called automatically. What is the strategy? Let's even talk about that. This passport Google or whatever this is, this strategy gets called. What am I doing in that particular strategy? Let's go on and see. So in first of all, I will have to get the API address and all, API key and the secret. And after that, once I got my client ID and secret, then I have to create this particular Google strategy. Inside that, I have my client ID, I have my client secret, and I have callback URL. Like if it actually succeeds, so where I actually have to redirect the user. Okay, what is going to be the scope in the sense, so what will I be getting from there? So I will be getting my profile from there. If I'm not wrong, this is what it means. Then issuer, profile, and DB. So I am gonna be having issuer, I'm gonna be having profile. So issuer is what over here. Select everything from federate credentials, where provider is gonna be this. So provider is gonna be the issuer over here. So that's the name of the provider, and subject is gonna be this. By the way, this is the class, this is the table that actually gets created. You need to keep that particular thing in mind, where you actually keep the provider's name and you actually keep the subject name. So subject name is gonna be profile.id. Subject in the sense that's gonna be the ID of that. That's fine. And once you got this much, by the way, you will have to create it. Keep that particular thing in mind. If you don't create it, that's gonna be problematic. By the way, error row, you will get either error or you will get a row. Once you got the row, you will be what are you doing over here? DB insert into users name and values. So inside name, you are just simply entering the value, and value is gonna be what? Value is gonna be this profile.display name. Quite interesting, this question mark. Okay, I'll be digging deeper into it. And then once you have inserted the value, then where DB, last DB, well, it is getting interesting. Once I've actually completed it from that Udemy course, then I go deeper into it. But overall things are clear. Like you are actually inserting the DB name inside this particular users, and after that insert into federate user ID, provider, and subject. If the user actually if a user does not exist, in that case you are actually just saving all these things. If user does exist already, in that case you will be just simply returning it. In else case, you are just simply selecting everything from users. You got row user ID and all, and after that, once you got that, you are just simply returning the callback. And if user does not exist, you are actually saving everything inside that. Having said that, from Google you will get issuer and you will get the profile, that is for sure. Once you got that, using that you will be able to check whether the user exists or not. Okay, if the user does exist, you will be returning the callback from here. If user does not exist, you will be creating a kind of saving the user information. When it comes to saving the user information, so you will be saving the name inside the users, because name is there. Okay, apart from that particular thing, inside federate credentials, you are again, this credential can be Google credential, I mean federated, this is crazy name, so you can make it Google credentials and all. This is the table that you will have to create, and user ID is going to be there inside the table, provider is going to be there, subject is going to be there. User ID is the user who is the logged in using Google, provider is gonna be the Google, of course, subject is gonna be the something. What is subject over here? Let's check this thing out. Subject is gonna be the profile.id, ultimately the ID of that particular profile. Okay, and this is confusing, a bit confusing. Why is this? By the way, question mark, and then did this. Interesting. I mean, great. You can use question marks over there. And user ID, provider, and subject. User ID is fine, that's gonna be the ID, and ID is gonna be this dot last ID. And what is this over here? I think the user, if I'm not wrong. Okay, never mind. Then issuer is here. Issuer is gonna be the provider. Profile.id. Profile.id in the sense, where is the profile? Where is the profile? This is the profile.id that I actually got. That means I got my profile in the sense profile of the user, and I'm saving the ID of the user. That means this is the subject kind of user. This is the provider. User ID means what? This is the ID. So what is the difference between profile ID and then user ID? This ID is actually coming from here, this dot last ID. This is a function first of all, and this function actually is a callback function of this particular query, db call. db.run insert into users, and I will be inserting names and values, and I will be inserting profile.this. So ultimately the result of this is this, and then last ID is actually from there. That means the ID of this particular thing. So ID of this particular user that I have actually inserted. Okay, it's just like that. First of all, I'm inserting the user over here. Once I actually have inserted the user, then I got the ID, and then that ID of that particular user I'm actually just mentioning over here. So the user that is inside the users table, the ID of that particular user, and then the provider. And as for this subject, this is actually coming from Google side. So profile will have its own ID, and that ID will be provided by Google. So this is the profile ID, as simple as that. And after that, again, this is complex. It can be simpler. I mean, I don't know why they've written it like this, but again, this code can literally be simpler. Okay, by the way, if there's any error, that's fine. We can use await and async and make it better. Return and where user, and once you have actually run this particular query, after that what you are doing, that you are actually creating a user object, and inside that you have ID and you have profile name, and you are just simply returning it from here. Okay, easy peasy, done, great job. And once this particular thing is done, after that you are going to maintain state. Maintain state in the sense you will be using SQLite store and all, that's fine. And after that you are redirecting back to the app. So if it actually succeeds, OAuth redirect Google, it will be redirecting, and you will be if that success, then okay, that's fine. I mean, it's also easy peasy. You are just simply redirecting the things from just a sec, apart from nothing else. Establish session. For establishing the session, you are just using express escape. Sorry, suffering a little bit. Okay, this thing is done. Username, name, fine. Turns out it is not even that much difficult. I'll have to just spend some time on it, but this particular thing is gonna be done tomorrow. Right now I had better just move to something else, and then this is how we can log out. So this Google authentication will be done tomorrow, not today. So this is something that is kind of pending right now. So let's see when it is actually going to be done. As for now, how many things we have already done right now. This was the overall plan. So passport and WebRTC. WebRTC I've learned quite enough. Passport, Google authentication needs to be the turbo repo setup. That is almost done. I need to work on that HTTP server and passport store cookies. Yeah, I need to learn about the cookies well, but overall I have the information, so I don't really worry about it. But yeah, I do need to learn a little more. Then Google Auth, these are the authentications that I have. Then this particular thing is remaining. ATM, even I have to use store over there. That's gonna be also one of the things. Interesting. DevOps, then I have to go through this particular better auth, right? Next auth. Let's do one more thing, and then after that I will be just ending it. One more thing in the sense, close all of this. Yes, and this is the WhatsApp. Again, I'm not exactly working on the WhatsApp clone right now. I'm just building the overall setup ready, because more than the business logic, the setup needs to be ready so that you can just write the business logic directly. Again, I'm using turbo repo over here, so setup really matters, because in turbo repo, if you got the setup ready, you really got a lot done. By the way, this thing is here. Apart from this particular thing, I will be using this particular library for what? For actually using it as a store. And if I'm actually using this, so it will be creating something called session that I do not have yet. So for session, I will have a schema over here. this is gonna be the schema of that particular session. Over there I will have ID, I will have session ID, so ID and session IDs are gonna be there. I will have data, @medium text may be needed for MySQL, DB, okay, and expires at this. So let's do one thing, Control C and get it done. So I'm actually gonna be just keeping this thing over here as well, like this particular part. What is happening over here? Data, @DB text. Okay, by the way, I don't really even need to have it, so I will be removing it from here. String is gonna be enough for me. Expire set is gonna be this, and that is it. Anything else that I need to do? Nothing as such for now. Let's continue. So first of all, I actually have to migrate my database. So ls, first of all, let's check this env file. This is the ultimately I'm using local database. That's fine. Docker ps. Postgres is already running. That means if I run what, npx turbo db, first of all generate. I hope it is already generated, but even for doing that, cd into packages db, then npx turbo, what, npx turbo, what do I have to do? Db generate. First of all, generate the database. Wait for a while, it will be generated. Great job. After that, db migrate the database. Migrate, deploy. Let's deploy right now. Deploy. Kidding. It will be deployed. No pending migration supply. If I migrate right now, why are you making noise? Was there any alarm set? No, never mind. So db migrate, I think it should be saying that your schema is same. No, not same. Init, not init. I add a session schema. Mosquito, I'll kill you, man. It is bothering me. Okay, so this particular thing is done. What about the next thing? The next thing is simply run this. So how will I run this? cd few steps back. I know I will face an issue, and that is how to use the client in the HTTP server, the most important thing. But I said just go away, come on, cut. Seriously? Okay, never mind, let's continue. So npm, what? I'm using p and pm over here, first of all. Okay, so p and pm, and add what p and pm dev. I will be running in the development, and web server is running. Okay, let's see whether I'm actually getting the response and all. And no user added yet. That is fine. That means I'm able to connect it to the database. That simply means that array, yeah, I got it from the database. There are no users. What is wrong with this now? A tree hydrated, but some attributes of the server rendered HTML didn't match the client properties. This won't be patched up. This happen if it's a client component used. Yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that for now. Get rid of this. Okay, now this is fine. So ultimately the thing is that I'm actually able to use my client, but where? The question should be this: where are you actually able to use the client? I'm able to use the client inside this web application. That's fine. Will you be able to use that inside HTTP server? Good question. I'll have to figure it out. So let's check this thing out. First of all, I need to have this environment variable inside the HTTP server as well. This is the first thing. And first of all, I need to go ls, come on, stop it, ls cd apps and HTTP server ls, and now p and pm and init should be fine. Guess what? That was the right guess. I just guessed it. Okay, HTTP server is going to be this, and overall things are fine over here. Nothing else. Okay, what is the next thing? I'm gonna be using TypeScript over here. That simply means p and pm dlx, if I'm not wrong, dlx, and init dls tsx init. Again another guess. and this did not work. Okay, how to initialize TypeScript using PNPM? How to initialize TypeScript using PNPM? Okay, working TypeScript. Let's check this thing out. PNPM PNPM add. First of all, I'll have to add it as a dev dependency and TypeScript node. Okay, fine. Then PNPM. Oh, so simple. I think TypeScript is already added. Let's see. PNPM. Ignored. What did I actually download? Did I download anything? Nothing else, right? PNPM init tsc init. Okay, it has been initialized, but call it good, call it bad, I will not be using this. Why will I not be using this? Because I will be extending it from here. So I will be extending what? I will be extending from here @types. I don't know. Let's check out the name. Packages, TypeScript config, base.json. What is the name? Not base, package.json @repo this TypeScript config. Okay, I can come back here and I will be extending what? I will @repo / TypeScript config / base.json. Fine. And out, not this, compiler options, just like this. What are they going to be? First of all, out dir. Okay, out dir is gonna be dist, or I can make it dist. Okay, and source dir, not source dir, then root dir. Yeah, root dir is gonna be src, just like this. This much is fine. What is the problem? I need a comma over here. And apart from this particular thing, one more thing, that is include. What will I be including? I will be including my source, and I will be including nothing else. That's it, only source. Yeah. And what will I be excluding? So exclude, I will be excluding node modules, and I will be excluding dist folder that will be created. Not only dist, just everything inside dist. I mean, this is also good. I mean, I hope it's gonna be working. And I will be including everything inside this. Let's do one thing. Take the help of ChatGPT. Is this good? Ask it. Is this right? Yes, that's a valid common. Wow, thank you. Means, well, if you want to allow .ts in root without subfolders, source, include module node. By the way, I'm okay with my configuration that I have written. Okay, this much thing is done. Apart from this particular thing, inside this only I need to create a source folder. Inside that source folder, I need to create index.ts file, and inside the same thing, I need to create app.ts file. Again, why am I creating two files? Because I want. It's not like I want. Inside app, I will have app related information. Inside index.ts, I will have the running. I will be running my server. I will be running my app actually. Yeah. Okay. Let's do one thing. Close everything, and inside this app, again, one more thing. ls. First of all, let's go to the package.json, and inside this package.json, I will have a dev dependency. So let's have a dev dependency just right here. That's gonna be a dev dependency, and that dev dependency is gonna be @repo / TypeScript / config, not / -config, and that's gonna be workspace, and I have to actually import everything. I hope this is right. And apart from this particular thing, I need a dev dependency as well. And dev dependency, why do I need a dev dependency? Types are gonna be dev dependencies, but the real client is gonna be a dependency, right? So @repo / db, and again I will be getting everything from there. So workspace, just like this. Okay, fine. What do I need to do next? Nothing else. cd, not even cd next. pnpm install, to just install everything. Should be working fine. And now I should not be getting that error. Let's format it a little bit now. 3, 2, 1, gone. Okay. it's connected, fine. That's it. And then one more thing, ls. Let's add some of the things over here. Some of the things in the sense p and pm add express, p and pm add express. What else? Nothing else. Question: do I need to install Prisma? No, I don't need to install Prisma. I already have the client. So let's just get the express right now, and end p and pm add the types slash node. I mean, this should be fine, but let's see. If there's anything required, we'll be getting that. Who cares? Okay, so import express. Really? Express from. Why am I not getting suggestions? Don't know. Yeah, I don't have the types. P and pm add as a dev dependency. And what do I need to add there? Types slash express should be fine. 2, 3, 2, 1, whatever. Yeah, move on. Const app is gonna be equals to express. Const port. I don't need to have port over here. Export app just like this. Come on. Export default app. I will be exporting the this. What is the problem? Infer type app cannot be named without a reference to. Inferred type of app cannot be named without a reference to p and pm at the types express server static core node modules. This is likely portable. A type annotation is necessary. Yeah, this is portable, but how will I give the type annotation? It is going to be given inside .p and pm. How can I fix this? This is portable, man. I've done it earlier, but at that time I've never done it with this particular thing. That is why I'm facing this error. So how can I make it portable? The question is this. This is portable, I know that. How to do it really quick? Tell me. Okay. Analyzing. Kitna analyze karega? I don't have time. I mean, if I don't export it from here, I'm okay with this. I mean, I'm not getting the error. That means exporting is the problem, and especially for exporting, I can say application from Express. Yay! I did it without the help of AI. Amazing, good job. I'm learning a bit. I think the same thing it will simply give me. Express import blah 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 blah. So much. Express app express from Express. App. Now the type is clean and portable. It turns out I can give it express as well. Okay. Wow, I mean, this is something new. Instead of application, can I use express over here? Express from where? Express from express. Well, turns out I don't have that. So application is gonna be a better option over here. And let's try this thing out and ask how is the code that I have written. Again, as you are working with TypeScript, this is perfect. Application, why application is good choice. Your importer, blah blah blah. Proper get a post use portable pm blah blah blah. Alternative equivalent express. I can get the express, that's fine. But I should not be getting that. Let's do this thing too. I mean, why not? They're simply saying that you can use express over here. Control D, select both of them and use express. And it turns out, yeah, you can do that too. But okay, never mind. Let's go with the application because that is my app. Okay, what else? I will be using app.user and express.json because of course I will be sending the data over here. So this is gonna be the middleware for that. Apart from here, this thing app.get slash request again request response. One more thing, let's make it better. Request will come from request of express. Response will come from a response of express, just like this. And response dot send, not send, response dot status, that's gonna be 200.json. I will be sending a message. Message is gonna be what? Message is gonna be hi there, how are you, hi there, whatever. Okay, this much is done, quite enough. and inside this, not this, I'm exporting it from here. I will be importing it over here. App, I have to import it. Dot listen, I have to listen. I have to listen on a port number, that is right. So let's get that port number as well. So const port is gonna be equals to process, not print, process dot env dot port, just like this. Otherwise by default I'll be giving it 3000, and once I have that, port is gonna be less like this, and CLG just like this. Server is running on what? http //localhost, and this and port. Fine, I mean I should be able to run it. Let's go to the package.json, and inside this I have this script. First of all I need to build this, so first of all build a script, and when it comes to building a script, tsc b, fine, and then I don't even need to be over there. Then there's gonna be something called start. For starting it, what will I be doing? For starting it, node index dot, first of all I'll be building start dist slash index dot js, and dev npm run build, and npm run start. Fine, I created them. What is the next thing? Nothing, I mean it is done actually. Main is gonna be dist.index.js, and that's it. It should be running, by the way. Let's check this thing out. cd few steps back, ls. How to run only this thing? It doesn't matter even if I'm running all of them. cd one step back, ls npm dev web dev. Okay, dist. Oh, great job, got the error without doing anything. Interesting. Okay, got everything. What is the problem here? The problem is that Vipendra, this HTTP server command, this command Vipendra WhatsApp HTTP server, Vipendra localhost bin exited. Where is the error? Let's run it again. Getting that HTTP server, that is fine, then failed. Life cycle life cycle HTTP server #dev command failed. Start not found. Wow. Start not found. npm run build, npm run start. This is, oh sorry, am I crazy? Yeah, I am. Run it again, wait for a while, and get the another error. What is the run failed command? Bro, I'm using pnpm build, pnpm start. Sorry, my bad. चलता है यार इतना. Let's check this thing out again, and it is running. Great. My server is running. That means that a server is running. Oh my god, seriously, the server is all the DB is running. Okay, forget about DB. Both of them are running on port 3000. That is bad in the sense really bad. So what can I do? I can go to inside this. I can actually, this is the HTTP server. Just over here I will be having my port number. That port number is gonna be 3001. That's actually gonna be my backend. Let's make it 4000. I will be running my backend on 4000 port. Why not? On 3000 port the web application is running. On 4000 I'm gonna be running this, and on 8000 8080 I will be running my WebSocket and all, something like this. Quite great. Few things are missing. App, text.ts. Let's make it 1 2 3 3 zeros. Okay, let's start it again. pnpm dev, and it is running right now. That simply means I should be able to just access that. So let's go here, and they are simply saying hi there. I'm getting the response that in my server is running. This is just the starting, because the main problem is gonna be here. What is the problem? The thing is that now I have to export. I'm already exporting this client from here, from DB. I have to use that particular client inside my Express server. Quite crazy, yeah. But the good thing is that I have already imported the DB over here. That means I should be able to import it here as well. That's right. So import Prisma from @RepoDB. I got my yeah, just like this. So I got my Prisma, that is fine. Once I got that, I even need to have import I need to have a .env. I mean, just for getting the environment. I'm already getting the environment variables directly, or maybe I'm not. Maybe I am not. If I actually just remove this particular 4000 from here, and let's see whether I'm getting the environment variable or not. Let's run it again, and yeah, I'm not getting. That is undefined. So what do I need to do? In that case, I need to do one thing, that is import .env/config. I don't think I have .env here, and you are right. What do I need to do? cd apps and what? cd apps what? HTTP server pnpm add as dev dependency. I have to add .env. Oh, pnpm command not found. This should be pnpm edit, and this is done. rs, and after this thing I should be able to get that too. So let's run it again, and that's gonna be pnpm dev, and let's see whether I'm gonna be getting it or not. And it turns out that yes, I am getting that, and that is it. Interesting. Now I'm getting that. I should be able to just use this as well. I will be using this 4000 over here as well, just for emergency purpose. And once these things are clear, I am getting this. I'm going to face some problems. Run it. I'm not facing the problems right now. That's good if I'm not facing the problems right now, because very soon I'm going to face. Bad thing is this. Okay, how am I gonna be facing the problems? I will be talking to my database. So what I can actually do, first of all, I'm gonna be not having it here, rather remove it, import Prisma, just like this. Once I have it over here, then I should be getting it, and I'm actually gonna make a request /async try catch full protection. Okay, having said that, the app is gonna be the top level file. So import .env from config, just like this. This thing is done, and that simply means I can remove it from here. And as everything is connected, or I can just remove it from here, because I'm importing that over here and using it over here. That means before that I already have my import .env/config. yeah, so ultimately app is being imported here. That's gonna be used here. So just like that, fine. And then this particular thing is here. Let's try it again one more time. pnpm dev. It turns to be it is working right now. What is the next thing that I can do? The next thing is pretty simple, that if there is any error, clg, maybe not even clg, cer, error, fetching the user, either fetching the users, and error is gonna be here. By the way, this is gonna be users over here, I will be getting all my users. Again, users are gonna be equals to what? Users are gonna be equals to await prisma dot user dot find many. Just like this. Once I've got them, then I will be just simply returning a response. So return response dot status, that's gonna be 200, not 2000, just 200 dot json, and I will be saying success is gonna be true, message is gonna be users fetched successfully, and success is there, message is there, and I need to have my data like users. So users are gonna be just like this. Ultimately, not only that, I will have data, and there are gonna be users inside that particular data. So data.users are gonna be the users. Yeah, that's fine. So this is how I'm just simply gonna be going on, and apart from this thing, I don't really need to worry about anything else. And from here, I can return response dot status, and that's gonna be 400 or maybe 500 dot json, and success is actually gonna be false, message is gonna be error, fetching the users and all, and not like that, just this much, and errors are gonna be errors. No, let's do one thing. Let's simply return the error from here, just like this, and let's see what's gonna be happening next. Alrighty, this much I've done over here. Let's see whether it actually runs or not. I will definitely get the error. There is something bound to happen. PM, dev, PM. Let's go one step back. 2 steps back. PM and dev. Welcome to the world of errors. What it is saying that? It is saying that error module not found. The most famous error ever. What can I do? Nothing. There's no way. I have a way, by the way, to resolve this. But usually if I look my DB and source generated client.ts, so everything is already in the TS format. That means I don't even need to worry about that. In that case, I'm actually facing it, then that's problematic. And inside this, everything is that format. TS enums, these are the enums that actually got created models. Okay, so there's really nothing that I can do here. Yeah. So it is just like that. I mean, kind of almost over. So what can I do next? Okay, users that I'm getting, they are any type of users, user, DB, that's gonna be this. If I actually run it right now, definitely I will get the error. So I will try to resolve it. By the way, I'm damn sure it's not going to be resolved. I'm saying I will try to resolve it, but it will not be resolved until unless I actually just build everything inside this DB and just simply send everything from here. So tomorrow's goal is gonna be on this again. We'll try our level best to just simply resolve this problem. Otherwise, I have one last Brahmastra that's gonna be used for getting it done. By the way, that was it in this live today. I'm gonna be catching up soon after maybe a few minutes or something, and then I'll actually start working on that better auth, next auth stuff. See you soon.